Prophetic tradition. Again, he speaks. Say we make no distinctions between any of them. The stone which the builder rejected, the same was made the head of the corner. The God whom is created is also a theophany, re-centering prophecy beyond Christendom. We will not understand Blake or prophecy until we see the tradition as one, the prophetic tradition. The unity encompasses Judaism, Christianity, Islam, and the heresies that broke from each. To include Islam is to perform a Copernican revolution in one notion of the world history. The prophetic universe does not orbit Christendom. Christendom orbits prophecy. The new Copernicus of history, who revealed Islam as central, not peripheral. The prophetic tradition is a cosmopolitan realism, not a theology of triumph, but of recurrence, failure, and renewal. To recover prophecy is to recover hope without progress, revelation without teleology, divinity without empire. Prophecy arises as a critique of civilization. The city brings unification in commerce, but division in spirit. Its towers rise from inequality, and the prophet is the conscience of civilization, the social self-reflection of humanity after the invention of walls. The prophetic voice resists empire's illusions of peace. It speaks of the city's justice, the war within. From Sumer to Jerusalem to Mecca, prophecy is civilization's perpetual autocritique. The city makes the prophet necessary, the prophet makes the city answerable. The prophetic vocation to turn the urban Babel into the peaceable kingdom. Providence does not guarantee success. Revelation does not annul human responsibility. There is no divine interference to assure salvation, only recurring instruction. Revelation is cyclical. Adam, Noah, Abraham, Moses, Christ, Muhammad, one eternal prophet speaking in many tongues. Islam restores the unity of prophecy lost in the Christian division between spirit and history. Prophecy is not progress but pulse, the divine heartbeat through cycles of decay and renewal. Islam is not a derivative but a dialectic, a correction to the imperialization of Christianity. The Quran is not a confused echo but a purified resonance of the prophetic word. The 7th century Arabian desert was the limbic where heroes and heresies and remnants fused. Ebionites and Nestorians, Gnostics, Greek philosophy fled Justinian's Christian empire and found sanctuary in Islam. Athens reborn in Mecca. Islam thus became the ark preserving the prophetic intellect's exile from Rome. In the prophet's revelation, the rejected stone, Jewish Christianity became the cornerstone of a new world order. Islam is not an interruption, but a continuation of the prophetic sentence. Again, he speaks. The prophetic spirit is one. Each revelation is reform, not novelty. The eternal gospel reappears whenever the human covenant fails. The true Christianity and true Judaism converge, reformation without end. We make no distinction between any of them. Prophetic pluralism as divine realism. The spirit of prophecy, the poetic genius common to all nations. Revelation is translation, God speaking in human idioms of successive ages. Islam reclaims the theocratic ideal, the kingdom of God, as a real polity. The law is the constitution of the community, divine will is civic order. The prophet is armed, revelation inseparable from revolution. The first revolutionaries were prophets, not ideologues. Islam pioneers the fusion of spiritual revelation and political transformation. The revolution of saints precedes the French Revolution. The failure of Islam are prophetic tragedies, not refutations. Modern radicalism inherits without knowing the prophetic demand for justice on earth. Every revolution is a misremembered prophecy. Creation is not fabrication but revelation. The universe is God's imagination made visible, not ex nihilo. To say God created the world is to say God dreamed the world. Theophany is the act of divine self-reflection, the invisible appearing to itself. The world is not the shadow of divinity, but its mirror, refracted through time. Nature is the body of God, seeing. Every perception is a minor theophany, every vision a recreation of the cosmos. The imagination is not fantasy, but participation, the human share in the divine act. In man, the imagination is the sensorium of God. Active imagination is the organ by which the eternal perceives through the finite. When the prophet sees, it is God seeing himself through that human window. The mystic does not ascend to God, God descends into the visibility through the mystic's sight. The creative act is reciprocal. God imagines the human, who imagines God. Between them the world is born and continually renewed. Vision is an act of love, one beholding itself in multiplicity. Every image is an embrace between divine interiors and created exteriors. Theophany is not knowledge but communion, not theology but marriage. The mirror of vision trembles with desire, God seeing God through the other. Thus every lover becomes a prophet, every kiss a brief apocalypse. The erotic body is the original temple of theophany. To perceive beauty is to rejoin the divine eros that holds the cosmos together. The invisible becomes visible only by concealment within form. Theophany requires limitation. The infinite must don a mask to be known. Every form is a sacred disguise, a self-forgetting of the infinite. The idol is false only when we forget it is a veil. The icon is true when it remembers its own transparency. Thus, theology's task is not to destroy images, but to awaken them to their luminosity. Iconoclasm and idolatry are twin errors. One denies theophany, the other forgets it. Every revelation decays into literalism and must be reborn as vision. When the imagination dies, prophecy hardens into law. When it revives, law flowers into poetry. Each recorso of history is God remembering how to speak again. Prophecy is the eternal word rediscovering its own tongue. Revelation is recursive, the spiral return of meaning through new forms of speech. Thus the book is infinite. Its pages are ages, its ink is time. The imagination is the grammar of God's returning. The poet's task is to make visible the invisible name. Every metaphor is a minor miracle, the word becoming flesh in syntax. Language is not a tool, but a sacrament, the medium through which being reveals itself. The creative word is divine not by authority but by vision. When the poet writes, the cosmos rearranges itself in that rhythm. To utter a true word is to release a new creation into the world. Thus, prophecy and poetry are one vocation, revelation through imagination.